treatments, and ultimately, one day, victory over cancer. Right now, 1 out of every 2 men and 1 out of every 3 women will get cancer in their lifetime. Now is your moment. You may save someone you love. The V Foundation has the skill, the speed, and the strength to achieve victory over cancer. Because today's cancer research is tomorrow's victory. Learn more at v.org.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
This message is from the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Have you considered working at VA? VA provides veterans, mainly those with service-connected disabilities, hiring preference for all available positions. Service members just leaving the military are also invited to pursue a career at VA. Healthcare skills acquired in the military can be applied to VA as physicians, nurses, mental health providers, medics, hospital corpsmen, health service technicians, and pararescue specialists. Plus, VA has benefits and incentives designed for a veteran's success. Find a career that builds on your strengths and experience and allows you to continue serving your country. Go to vacareers.va.gov. That's vacareers.va.gov.
It is lights out here at Paycom Center in Oklahoma City. Starting lineups about to be introduced. Nebraska 0-8 all-time in the NCAA tournament. Troy 0-3 all-time. One of these teams will pick up their first ever win in the dance. It is time now for the keys to the game, sponsored by Intuit TurboTax. Now taxes can be done by a trusted expert who takes care of everything. Now this is taxes. Okay, Casey, let's start with the 13 seed, the Troy Trojans.
Yeah, three-point shooting, I think, is going to be so important to Troy. In fact, both of these teams, let's put the key on that, because both these teams make 10 or more threes per game, and Troy really needs to slow down the pace. They play at the 309th ranked tempo, so this needs to be a half-court game for the Trojans.
How about for Nebraska? How do they advance?
Well, they need to just do what they normally do on offense. They rank 11th in the country in assists. The ball's going to be hopping all over. But if there's one thing that they don't do very well, it's rebound the ball. They were just the 10th best rebounding team in the Big Ten Conference. And so I'm looking at Rink Mast, Berke Buyukijo, who are both 6'10", 250 pounds. Can those guys set the tone physically early on and let Troy know that they're going to bully them down low?
We check the starting lineups, sponsored by Cintas. Workdays are better when you partner with Cintas. Keep your team protected, prepared, and looking great. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday. For the 4 seed, the Nebraska Cornhuskers at 26-6 overall. They tied for second in the Big Ten at 15-5. Fred Hoiberg, the Big Ten Coach of the Year in his 7th season as Nebraska's head coach. And his son, Sam, is the point guard. The 6-foot, fifth-year senior, he was on the Big Ten all-defensive team this year, averaging 9.5 points, a team-best 4 assists, and 2 steals per game. Also in the backcourt, Jamarcus Lawrence, 6'3 senior from Plainfield, New Jersey, on his second stint with Nebraska, transferring back to the Huskers from Rhode Island, averaging 10 points and 4 assists per game. On the wing, Bryce Sandfort, Nebraska's leading scorer, just under 18 points per game, the 6'7 junior from Waukee, Iowa, transfer from the Iowa Hawkeyes, 40% from 3 to lead the team. Up front, as Casey mentioned, 2 big forwards. Berke Buyukijo, a 6'10 junior from Bursa, Turkey, the transfer from UCLA in his second year with Nebraska, averaging 6.5 points and 5.5 rebounds. And Rink Mast, the 7th-year senior from the Netherlands, 6'10", 250 pounds, 13.5 points, and just under 6 rebounds per game. For Troy, 22-11 overall. Scott Cross in his 7th season as the head coach. He's taken Troy to back-to-back NCAA tournaments. In the backcourt, 2 brothers, Kobe and Cooper Campbell. Kobe, 6'2 redshirt junior. Cooper, a 6'1 sophomore, both, of course, from Puyallup, Washington. Up front, Thomas Dowd, first-team All-Sun Belt, 6'8 junior, averaging a team best 15 points and 10 rebounds. Victor Valdez, 6'7 junior from Monterrey, Mexico, just a shade under 15 points and a team best 4.5 assists. And Gerald Bellamy in the middle, a 6'9 senior from Phoenix City, Alabama, averaging 8 points and 3.5 rebounds. Chants of Go Big Red ringing through Paycom Center. It has been that way for the last hour plus, and it's time now for the opening tip, sponsored by AutoZone. Free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Jeb Hartness, Evan Burrows, Tyler Kumpf, the officials. Rank Mast and Gerald Bellamy ready to jump it up, Casey.
Ted, we might be at Paycom Center in Oklahoma City, but I feel like I'm at Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln. This is incredible. This is a true road test for the Trojans.
There's a small pocket of Cardinal-clad Troy fans just over our right shoulder. Everywhere else, it is all about Husker red. Nebraska white jerseys, red numbers, red piping down the sides of the shorts. Troy black jerseys, Cardinal numbers trimmed in white. Mast and Bellamy both wiping their hands on their shorts, just waiting to jump this up. Jeb Hartness has the basketball as we get set to start the day here in Oklahoma City. First of 4 games here in the South region. The winner of this one to play either Vanderbilt or McNeese.
And if I'm Fred Hoiberg, if there's one guy that I would like to get off to a good offensive rhythm, it is Jamarcus Lawrence, the 6'3 senior guard. He's struggled in his last 6 games, had just 5 points per game. Let's see if they can get him going.
Ball in the air. You heard the cheer from Nebraska fans. The Huskers win the tip. Sanford right in front of us, near side. Over the Buchton-Gel, handed off to Hoiberg. Drives the right lane line. He's swallowed up by Bellamy, and it's a tie-up. And Troy ball, thanks to the arrow. Hoiberg denied early by Gerald Bellamy.
Bellamy could have blocked that ball with his elbow. In fact, I'm looking at the replay, and he sure did. The 6'9 senior had 6 blocks just 10 days ago against Southern Miss. So beware, if you bring it into the kitchen, you better come strong.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Casey, Thomas Dowd, Troy's best player, is doubled over in pain. Now up to his feet. We're getting a look on our monitor.
Oh.
He also took a shot, part of that last line of defense along with Bellamy.
He caught a knee to the nether regions, my friend.
A knee where you just can't be hit.
Nope.
But Dowd remains in the game, and he bounces to Victor Valdez, baseline right. Troy shooting to our left. Valdez down the baseline, lob it to Dowd, touch it to Cooper Campbell. Slashes in, out to Valdez, 10 to shoot. He sweeps into the lane, lost it against Mast, and he turns it over. Nebraska left to right. Sanford left wing. No look. Buchton-Gel left a layup short. Loose ball controlled by Dowd. Troy right to left. Valdez on the open floor. Feeds Cooper Campbell. Campbell gives it up to Valdez. Open look, right of the circle. Three-pointer, bottom. And Troy's on the board first, a minute in.
Valdez can do a little bit of everything. He's a 6'7" forward, but 15 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. That time showing that he can shoot the 3.
Just a 22% three-point shooter this season. But he puts Troy up 3-0. Buchton-Gel, head of the key for Nebraska. Give it to Sanford off a curl. Can't answer with a 3. Mast an offensive rebound. Mast turns baseline, and he scores off the window. It's 3-2 Troy.
I think Rink Mast is due for a monster game. He's so much bigger than all of Troy's front line.
Didn't play last year because of cartilage regenerative surgery on his left knee. And back this year for his final year of college basketball. Dowd hands it off to Cooper Campbell. Right-handed dribble for Troy. Bounce it to Dowd at the bracket logo at midcourt. 7 to shoot. Drives right of the lane. Pass deflected. Loose in the corner. Picked up by Sam Hoiberg in Nebraska.
Every pick and roll and every drive, you're going to see 2 Cornhusker defenders.
Mast barrels into the lane, into the chest of Bellamy. Missed the layup. Loose ball. It's scooped up by Kobe Campbell and Troy. Campbell swiveling his head, looking for an outlet, crossing half court. Gives it to Victor Valdez. Send it to Cooper Campbell. Starts left, heads right. Back to Valdez. Buchton-Gel closes out. Inside the arc. He's called for the carry. Troy turns it over.
Buchton-Gel showed really high what Nebraska is known for defensively, man-to-man. They do not allow the ball to get to the middle. They want you to keep it on one side.
It's already the third turnover of the game for Troy. We've played just over 2 minutes.
Yeah, but Nebraska 1 for 4 offensively from the field.
Sanford has it on the right wing. Retreats to the corner, guarded by Kobe Campbell. To the right elbow, Buchton-Gel, touch it to Mast. He triggers a three. It's off the front of the rim. Sam Hoiberg soars in, and he tips it in from the weak side. Nebraska up 4-3.
Smallest player on the floor, 6 feet tall, crashing the offensive glass. Love to see that.
Makes total sense here in the tournament. Troy across the timeline with Cooper Campbell. He hooks it to his brother Kobe at the hash mark right side in front of Fred Hoiberg, Nebraska's coach. Campbell inside the arc, lob it to Valdez, tries a left corner three, and he got that one. So a couple of threes for Victor Valdez, and it's 6-4 Troy.
And coming into today, Valdez was just 2 for his last 24 from 3. But hey, everybody's starting over right now in the tournament.
Third team all Sun Belt this season, Victor Valdez. Now defending Price Sanford on the N in madness, and he reaches in, whistle blows. It's the first foul of the game on Valdez.
I'm looking at Troy head coach Scott Cross, and he turns around to his assistant coaches and says, "Why are we fouling 40 feet from the basket?" I don't know the answer.
Yep, no explanation. Side out, just to our right, Jamarcus Lawrence sends it in to Rink Mast. Flip it to Buchton-Gel, left of the circle against Gerald Bellamy. Buchton-Gel gives it back to Mast. Up top against Thomas Dowd. 9 to shoot for Nebraska. Handed off to Hoiberg. He flips it. Buchton-Gel three-pointer is short. And the rebound grabbed by Kobe Campbell and Troy, which leads 6-4. We've played 3.5 minutes here in Oklahoma City. Winner to play Vanderbilt or McNeese in the second round Saturday. Valdez, no look into the corner. Three-pointer from Cooper Campbell. That's right down the chute. Troy is 3 for 3 from downtown, and they lead 9-4.
We knew that three-point shooting would be a massive factor if both these teams average over 10 made threes a game.
Sam Hoiberg has it for Nebraska, shooting to our right. Left of the lane, out to Mass, got Bellamy off his feet, fake the three, pass inside, and Buchton-Gel flushes with both hands. Nebraska down 9-6.
That offensive possession had 5 cornhuskers on the perimeter, and you can do that because your center Rink Mast is a playmaker.
Cooper Campbell handles for Troy, drive, kick, swing to Kobe Campbell to the right elbow, over to Dowd, left of the circle, three-pointer, offline to the right, and Sam Hoiberg flies in for the rebound. Nebraska left to right, trailing 9-6, 4.5 minutes gone by. Hoiberg, left-handed dribble, he calls the play with his right hand, over to Jamarcus Lawrence on the right side, up top and Mast. A couple of right-handed dribbles, now toward the lane, 10 to shoot. Cut off, gives it up to Price Sanford. 7-6 on the timer. Mast, three-pointer on the way, around and out to the left. Tapped out of bounds by Valdez. And it'll be Nebraska ball with a fresh shot clock after our first official timeout. 15:09 to play here in this first half in Oklahoma City. We've got a timeout on the court, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. You can save big when you bundle your auto, home, motorcycle, RV, or boat. Visit Progressive.com. Troy 9, Nebraska 6. 15:09 to play in the first half. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
Everyone deserves access to quality health. But for half the world's population, essential health services are out of reach. At AmeriCares, we know access to quality health saves and improves lives. With good health, people can attend school, be productive at work, care for their families, and contribute to strong communities. That's why we envision pathways to health and opportunity for all. We care. It's our call to action. It's in our history. It's in our name. AmeriCares. AmeriCares about disaster survivors, about free medical aid, what doctors need, our communities, our neighbors, our families. AmeriCares about good health. For a better world. Learn more at americares.org/goodhealth. Together, we can build pathways to health. americares.org/goodhealth. Join us.
Furnished by AmeriCares.
Between business life, social life, and her best bud Loki, Beverly has a lot to focus on, especially while fighting Stargardt, a blinding retinal disease that starts during childhood and gets worse over time. But despite her vision loss, she's hopeful because she knows she's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding diseases, providing real hope to those fighting vision loss. And our nationwide community of local chapters provides networking and support for people with vision loss, as well as their loved ones. Because the best way to fight against blinding diseases is to fight together. And for Beverly, winning the fight means focusing on what's closest to her. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Learn more about how you can help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
Ted Emmerich and Casey Jacobson here at our Grainger courtside seats in Oklahoma City. Winning teams know the value of a good sixth man. Count on Grainger to give your business a boost on the bench. Call or click Grainger.com for over 1 million industrial-grade products. The 4-seed Nebraska trails the 13-seed Troy 9-6, 15:09 mark in the first half. Casey, Nebraska opening up 3 of 10 from the floor and 0 of 4 from 3.
Yeah, they've taken 6 more shots than Troy, and the reason why is a combination of two things. They have 3 offensive rebounds, and Nebraska has played a clean game, 0 turnovers, but it hasn't done it much good when you're 3 for 10 from the field, 0 for 4 from 3. But here's Price Sanford. He's only taken 1 shot so far, Ted.
Driving to the right of the lane, pass to the perimeter, deflected by Valdez of Troy, out of bounds, still Nebraska ball, and 13 to shoot. And Troy 3 of 4, all from downtown, representing the 9 points, but they've turned it over 3 times. Lawrence, chest pass into Sam Hoiberg, darts to his left, lob it in, Rink Mast, got Bellamy off his feet, Mast puts it in, off the glass with a foul. A chance at 3 for Rink Mast. You said he could have a big game today.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a problem all day for this Troy front line. And watching the replay there, just a simple pick and roll. But because Price Sanford was spaced on the weak side, no one wants to help off of Price Sanford. That was what allowed Rink Mast to have an easy catch and lay in.
Bellamy with his first, second team foul on Troy. Mast, an 82% foul shooter. Free throw dents the front of the rim but falls through, and Nebraska's tied the score at 9. Cooper Cramble across the timeline for Troy. Top of the arc, and Theo Sang playing his first game in a month for Troy, coming back from a knee injury. Austin Cross, the son of head coach Scott Cross, has it in the short corner left. Doubled by Sanford Mast. He gives it up to Cooper Campbell. 9 to shoot, floater no, and Sanford rips down the rebound. Ahead to Jamarcus Lawrence, blazing left to right for Nebraska. Ran into Cooper Campbell, and a foul called on Campbell, his first.
That was a quick outlet, and boy, did Jamarcus Lawrence kind of put on the afterburners there, trying to get to the middle of the floor. It's pretty clear that after a stop, the Cornhuskers are really looking to push. They don't want to walk the ball across the timeline.
Cale Jacobson on the floor for Nebraska. How about that? A Jacobson in the NCAA tournament. What's happening?
Give him the ball, Ted. That's the rule.
Sam Hoiberg down the left lane line. Feeds Rink Mast instead. 12 feet away from the basket. Brought the dribble low. Poked away by Cooper Campbell. Out of bounds off Mast, and Troy has it.
The post double team. They double teamed from the bottom side, and Rink Mast didn't see it. He was about to go into his move, and there was Kobe Campbell right in his face.
And Kobe's brother Cooper walks it across the timeline for Troy. Bounce it to Theo Sang, give it back to Cooper Campbell. Top of the arc, Carrington Keel with it, defended by Cale Jacobson. No relation. Cooper Campbell down low to the baseline. Keel, flip it out, left corner. Austin Cross off the flyby. 3-pointer on the way. Off the heel of the rim. Thomas Dowd, an offensive rebound. Send it out to Sang for a 3. That's off the front of the rim. Tapped up by Mast. Whistle blows.
The ball hit the shot clock, Ted.
There you go.
Bounced off the shot clock on that tip for the offensive board.
And so it stays with Troy, now 20 to shoot.
Couple of coaches' sons on the floor.
Sam Hoiberg for Nebraska and Austin Cross, a walk-on for Troy. Troy started 3 of 3. They're 0 for their last 4. 13:48 mark first half, tied at 9. Thomas Dowd, baseline right for Troy. Lob it to Keel inside the foul line. Double clutch, puts it up, no, but he's fouled.
So again, Nebraska defensively man-to-man, no middle. They're going to double team in the post and on drives. And can Troy figure out how to not turn it over? That time they got a streaking cutter to the rim.
Fouls on Cale Jacobson, Nebraska's first foul, and Keel at the line, 72% on the season. The lefty, a couple of dribbles, lets it go around, and it pops out. No good. Later on, we'll select the call of the day, sponsored by CallRail. CallRail helps over 225,000 businesses see exactly what marketing makes their phone ring. Stop guessing and start winning with CallRail. Keel drains the second to put Troy on top, 10-9. 13:35 to play first half here in Oklahoma City. Hoiberg sporting a white headband, stops the dribble, flip it to Mast, right back to Hoiberg. Almost lost the handle, got it back against Cooper Campbell. Around a screen from Mast, give it up top. Braden Frager triggers a three. It's off the heel of the rim, and the rebound controlled by Theo Sang and Troy. Thomas Dowd has it in front of the Nebraska bench. In the corner, he launches a three. That's off the front of the rim, and the rebound grabbed by Price Sandfort, Nebraska. Sandfort across the timeline. Troy is 0 for their last 5 after starting 3 for 3. Mast at the left elbow, underhanded to Cale Jacobson. He snakes his way back to the perimeter, bounce it to Mast, doubled immediately, skip it to Frager, over to Sandfort, quick release three, a swish. Price Sandfort's first points, and Nebraska's up 12-10.
You can't leave Price Sandfort open. That's his 114th three on the season. And Troy, they tried to switch defensively. He's the one guy you can't lose.
Troy has not hit a shot from the floor in almost 4 minutes, trailing 12-10. Sang hands it off to Cooper Campbell. Campbell defended by Braden Frager, 7 to shoot, skip it to Keel, down to 5, got bumped by Jacobson, and it's Jacobson's second personal foul with 5 on the shot clock.
Now only 2 minutes of playing time for Cale, and he already has two fouls. That's not how the Jacobsons do it, Ted, normally.
Yeah, you were...
I never fouled anybody.
You were a lockdown defender and without foul.
No, I never said I was a lockdown defender. I just didn't foul so that I could stay on the floor and shoot more. That's the idea. I'll talk to Cale at halftime. Don't worry.
Cale Jacobson remains on the floor for Nebraska with those 2 personals. 10 to shoot for Troy. Cooper Campbell between the legs inside the arc. Up top, Sang. Now Keel, 5-4 against Mast. Picks up the dribble. Finds Campbell. Cooper Campbell. Desperation. 3 off one leg. And it goes.
Yeah, that's what we call chicken salad right there. There was nothing going on. Just throw it up at the rim. It goes in.
And Troy's back in front, 13-12, under 12 to play until the break. Hoiberg on the second S in madness, center of the floor. Hoiberg drifting to his left, now into the corner. Dowd watching, picked up by Sang on the switch. Top of the arc and Sandfort, 6 to shoot, makes his move against Keel, and he draws the foul on Carrington Keel, his first. And that sends us to an official timeout with 11:33 to go in this first half. It's Troy 13, Nebraska 12. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Hey sports fans, Kevin Kugler here, sportscaster for college basketball. And I have a special announcement from Five Guys. They know no bracket is safe this tournament season and want you to be prepared. Like when that pesky 12 seed upsets the 5. Or that school you never heard of turns your lock into a loss. Ouch. So when your bracket inevitably busts, don't cry. Stop at Five Guys and get some consolation fries. They'll make you feel like a winner again.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Progressive presents the Passionate Sports Fan Checklist. Signed jersey of your favorite bench warmer? Check. 14 bobbleheads that look nothing like the players they're emulating? Check. Twin TVs so you can watch the game on 2 different networks simultaneously? Check. Life-size wall sticker of your favorite player that routinely freaks you out at night? Check. A second life-size wall sticker so after the first one freaks you out, you see the second and you're like, oh right, the wall stickers. Check and mate. Bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive and save on protection for the things on your checklist. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers not available in all states or situations covered subject to policy terms.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships. Ted Emmerich, Casey Jacobson here in Oklahoma City. You can download the official NCAA March Madness Live app, and you can listen to every Westwood One broadcast of the men's and women's basketball tournament for free. Just look for the headphones icon on any live game. And if you're in the car, it seamlessly integrates with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Get the official NCAA March Madness Live app today. Troy up 13-12 over Nebraska. 11:33 to go in the first half. Troy is 4 of 8 from 3. 8 of their 9 shots have been from deep.
No, three-point shooting is critical for Troy. In their 22 wins this year, Ted, they shoot 37% from deep. In their 11 losses, just 27%.
We said off the top how key threes would be in this game. A 2 from Jared Garcia is short from 15 in the left corner. Troy ball right to left. Thomas Dowd in the corner. Up top to Victor Valdez. Fake the 3 against Buchungel. Cooper Campbell knifes in. Lost on the way up. Off the top of the backboard. Might have hit the shot clock there. It's out of bounds to Nebraska.
If I'm Troy offensively, I'm not sure I want the ball on the sides and to drive it towards the corner, towards the baseline. They're getting trapped every time. Try and keep the ball in the middle of the floor where you have more options.
Jeb Hartness, the lead official, is wiping down the ball before he hands it to Sam Hoiberg. And Troy is setting up its press. Austin Cross guarding the inbound here in the backcourt. Whistle blows. Hoiberg flips it in to Jared Garcia, the Tulsa transfer, senior from Houston. Garcia brings it up as Troy backs off. Garcia with Hoiberg curling around him, finding Hoiberg, trying to give it back to Garcia, and a miscommunication. It's saved by Nebraska and Braden Frager. He attacks left to right. Layup, no. Garcia tip-up try doesn't fall. Loose ball picked up by Thomas Dowd, and Nebraska fans are livid.
I thought it was a good no call. A nice challenge at the rim.
Dowd, send it to Theo Sang. Fake the 3, got Garcia off his feet. Top of the arc and Valdez. He churns in the lane and he draws a foul. And Nebraska fans, and now Fred Hoiberg also upset yet again.
Yeah, Victor Valdez drove it from the top right to the rim, and he created all that contact. He dove right into the chest of Buchungel, and that's why Fred Hoiberg is upset. If the offensive player creates all the contact, what is the defense supposed to do?
First foul on Buchungel, third team foul on Nebraska. Valdez, first free throw, got it. Get the tax support you need, plus every tax break you deserve. For your max refund guaranteed, head to taxslayer.com to get started for free. File fearlessly. Valdez, most prolific free throw shooter, both in makes and attempts for Troy. 76% on the year, and he hits them both. Troy with a 15-12 lead. 10.5 to go, first half. Garcia in the forecourt for Nebraska. Up top to Hoiberg, lob it back into Garcia, lost the handle, and Dowd steals it for Troy. Right to left, the big man, into the lane, kick out to Austin Cross, down the baseline, clutching, layup crawls off, offensive rebound Sang, he couldn't hit, Dowd hits the deck, it's grabbed by Hoiberg. Nebraska left to right, Frager is hit, he hits the floor, and a foul is called against Troy.
These fans are beside themselves, but I love it, Ted. It's been a very physical game. The refs, for the most part, have stayed out of the way. But again, we're playing a home game for Nebraska.
In case you couldn't tell, with Lincoln about 6 hours to the north, 400 miles from Oklahoma City. A foul was on Kobe Campbell, his first. Sanford, quick trigger three, right corner. Give it to him. His second three. He's got both of the Huskers' threes in the game, and Nebraska has tied it at 15.
Bryce Sanford ran from one corner all the way to the other. The defense tried to take a shortcut. You can't do that against Sanford.
Past the midway mark of the first half. Sanford strips Valdez. A turnover. Nebraska left to right. Mast feeds the trailing Sanford. He got it again. Back-to-back triples. The price is right early for Nebraska. Sanford has 3 threes, and the Cornhuskers are on top, 18-15. A timeout on the floor with 9:35 to go in the first half. 18-15, the 4-seed Nebraska over the 13-seed Troy. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Are you an adult with uncontrolled moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms and still packing a backup bag of clothes? Just in case? Skyrizi Risankizumab Riza can help you take control of your Crohn's. Feel significant symptom relief, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements at 4 weeks. Plus, Skyrizi is proven to help people achieve remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Individual results may vary. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's. Ready to take control of your Crohn's? Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Control is everything to me.
Learn more at skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI.
A day after Bryce Sanford's brother Peyton made his NBA debut with the Oklahoma City Thunder and hit his first NBA three against the Brooklyn Nets, Bryce Sanford making an early impact for Nebraska. 9 points, all from downtown Casey, as he's given Nebraska an 18-15 lead over Troy.
Bryce Sanford is one of the elite three-point shooters in the entire country, and he can get hot in a hurry. He had 6 threes at Illinois, 7 threes against Oregon, and a season-high 8 threes against Penn State. So this is not unusual. You mentioned, all of his shots so far have been from behind the arc. Well, almost 70% of his total field goal attempts this year have been three-point shots. He is a three-point hunter. He's always looking at the line. Where is it at? Where is it at? And where am I?
Scott Cross, Troy's head coach, even timed his release in studying the film. He has it at 0.3 seconds, and you know it as an elite shooter yourself. A half a second is elite.
Oh, absolutely. And what I've noticed, is a good point, Ted, is when Bryce Sanford catches the ball, he doesn't dip it at all. Where if he catches it at his chest where it says Nebraska, it just goes from there right above his head, and that's the key to his three-point shooting. I was a dipper, I call it. Fred Hoiberg during his days was a dipper. Fred's son Sam is a dipper, but Bryce is not, and that's why he's got a quick trigger.
9:35 mark first half, 18-15 Nebraska. Troy ball. Both teams searching for their first NCAA tournament victories. Victor Valdez, who leads Troy with 8, stumbled, almost slid on the left wing. Got it back, no whistle. But his pass is deflected and stolen by Braden Frager. And Frager is fouled at midcourt by Troy.
I love Braden Frager's energy. The freshman, the sixth man of the year in the Big Ten Conference, who can score it, by the way, almost 12 a game, but he hasn't really injected himself offensively. What he's done has been hustle, rebound, steals, deflections.
Fouls on Bellamy, his second. That's big for Troy. Big man has played so well down the stretch for the Trojans. Mast has it right of the circle for Nebraska, defended tightly by Thomas Dowd. Couple of dribbles, hand it to Sanford. Dowd picks him up on the switch. Now to Frager. Three-pointer from the lefty is no good. Loose ball. Mast grabs it. An offensive rebound for Nebraska. Up top, Sanford. Left it short this time. Long rebound, and Bryce Sanford's got his own miss. Fresh 20 seconds back on the timer for Nebraska. Lawrence has it right of the circle. Left-handed dribble against Campbell. Step back three. Got it! Jamarcus Lawrence now hits, and Nebraska's up 21-15.
An important shot for Lawrence. Just 24% shooting in his last 6 games.
Cooper Campbell center of the floor for Troy. Drifts to his right against the bigger Buchtengel. Up top to Sang, shovel it back to Cooper Campbell. Buchtengel hopping in front of him. He hands it to his brother Kobe. Kobe with 6 on the timer. Kobe slashes left. Left-handed layup. Goes begging. And the rebound is pulled down by Buchtengel in Nebraska. Lawrence pointing his right index finger as he crosses the timeline for Nebraska. Lawrence with a screen from Mast. He rejects the screen. Give it up to Mast. Pass down low to Buchtengel is tipped away by Cooper Campbell and picked up by Kobe Campbell and Troy. He lasers it ahead to Theo Sang. Lays it in for Troy.
Thought Sang got away with an extra step there. Could have been a travel, but instead it's an open layup.
21-17 Nebraska. 7:35 to play first half here in Oklahoma City. Lawrence has it middle of the floor for Nebraska. Once again directing traffic now with his left hand. Mast is calling for it, high post left. Now in the corner against the smaller Kobe Campbell. Down low to Frager, he puts it up. It bounds along the rim and drops through with a foul. A chance at a three-point play for the 6th man of the year in the Big Ten. Braden Frager. Nebraska leads 23-17. And we've got a timeout with 7:21 to play in this first half. Nebraska 23, Troy 17. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Why pay more for a great shave? Choose Barbasol, America's #1 brand of shaving cream. Barbasol's instant thick lather gives you a close, comfortable shave at a trusted value.
Barbasol. Hey, it's Josh Arnold from the Bob and Tom Show. You know, it's March, which means the tournament is officially here. The arenas are packed, and my bracket, well, it's busted. But it's also where underdogs rise, and every second counts. Rougiette knows that applies off the court, too. If things aren't working in the bedroom, you don't have to accept it. Rougiette Ready combines 3 ingredients in 1 minty dose that dissolves under your tongue, so you're ready physically and mentally, with effects lasting up to 36 hours. Getting started is simple. Rougiette connects you with a doctor online who can decide if a prescription is right for you. Then the treatment ships discreetly to your door. Rougiette, performance medicine for men. Head to rougiette.com/gameon and get 15% off your ED treatment. That's RUGIET.com/gameon for 15% off. Individual results may vary. Prescription required. Telehealth is not intended to replace medical care. Please consult with your doctor. Restrictions apply. Visit RUGIET.com to learn more.
At Liberty Mutual, we love helping people with things like customizing car insurance, just like how we customize a song for you. Catered country tune. Liberty Mutual, saving you bucks by protecting your truck. 'Cause 30 told me to only pay for what I need. Thank you, Limu. I'll always trust in Limu with Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Why pay more for a great shave? Choose Barbasol, America's #1 brand of shaving cream. Barbasol's instant thick lather gives you a close, comfortable shave at a trusted value.
Barbasol.
Ted Emmerich, Casey Jacobson with you here in Oklahoma City. You know, you can stream every Westwood One basketball game for free, sponsored by LinkedIn Ads. Stop wasting ad budget on the wrong audience. LinkedIn Ads puts your message in front of the right decision makers. Spend $250, get $250. Go to linkedin.com/college basketball. Terms apply. For a live stream, go to westwood1sports.com or download the Westwood One Sports app today. Nebraska on an 11-2 run, Casey, as they have their largest lead, 23-17 over Troy here with 7:21 to play in the first half.
Nebraska is flexing their muscle inside. They have 10-second chance points. They're outscoring Troy 10-2 in points in the paint. And Ted, Troy defensively, they are switching almost all ball screens, which leads to mismatches. And as Braden Frager goes to the foul line to try and complete his three-point play, Nebraska got Rink Mast in the post. Troy had to double team, and he's a very good passer, Rink Mast. 3 assists at the center spot.
Frager, the lefty, free throw to cap the three-point play is good. Played for Alex Baugh at Southwest High School, the older brother of our friend Nick Baugh, in studio, all tournament here on Westwood One. How cool is that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
24-17 Nebraska. Huskers with their biggest lead, 7-minute mark, first half. Sang on the roll, inside the foul line, finds Dowd, and he banks it in. Thomas Dowd with his first points for Troy.
It's the first time that Troy's got a clean look at a layup in about 5 minutes.
Dowd leads Troy 15 a game to go with 10 boards. That's his first bucket. 24-19 Nebraska. Mast out front on the drive. Cut off by Sang. Flip it to Frager. Extra to Price Sandfort. Right down the chute. His 4th 3 of the half. And Nebraska's up 27-19.
Playing inside out. I think they should continue to feed Rink Mast and allow him to basically be a point guard from the post.
Cooper Campbell handles for Troy. Rolling to his right, near the hash mark. Takes Buchtingel the big off the dribble. Out to Valdez in the corner. Top of the arc, Sang. Kick it. Corner 3 for Dowd, right side. That's off target. Loose ball underneath. Trying to save it is Nebraska, and it's last touched by the Huskers and Sandfort, who hit the floor. Troy ball with a new shot clock.
Man, Troy started off this game 3 for 3 from the field. They've just made 2 baskets since, as Nebraska's defense has settled into this game.
Troy ball, baseline right. Valdez dishes in to Cooper Campbell as we near the 6-minute mark in the first half here in OKC. Cooper Campbell around Mass, trying to wrap around pass. He walked. It's a turnover, and the 7th of the half for Troy.
Remember, I mentioned it before, Ted, but if you drive it from the wing down towards the baseline, you're going to invite 2 Cornhusker defense. So you better have a plan. That time, Campbell didn't have a plan.
It looked like there was no plan in his head. 27-19. Sandfort's got another 3 from the left corner this time. Make it 5 triples. 15 points for Price Sandfort. 30-19 Nebraska. Victor Valdez for Troy, trying to find Cooper Campbell in the corner. It's stolen by Rink Mast. Pitch it ahead. Lawrence tries a 3 from the left wing. That's off the mark. Frager an offensive rebound. And whistle blows. Valdez and Dowd sandwich him. Is it a foul or is it a tie-up? 2 officials conferring here. No signal yet. Of course, Nebraska fans would certainly hope that's a foul. But it looks like that they've called a jump ball, and it would be Nebraska ball with the arrow. And that is the case.
Price Sandfort taking the ball out of bounds underneath right now. Look for him to come back and get it.
Baseline right. He lobs it into Lawrence out front. Pass inside, deflected by Cooper Campbell. Buchtingel recovers it. Out to Lawrence. Touch it to Frager. 3-pointer is long. Buchtingel, weak side rebound. To Sandfort on the right wing. Sandfort defended by Valdez. He takes a bump, and a foul is called on Valdez, his second.
That's just terrible defense by Victor Valdez. Puts 2 hands right on the waist of Price Sandfort. Easy call for the officials, and now you're putting the best shooter maybe in college basketball at the foul line.
It's the 8th team foul. 1-1 for Price Sandfort. 85% on the season. Sandfort eyes the rim. 3 dribbles. He spins the ball, bends his knees, lets it go. Pure. Be a VIP with the NCAA fan experience at the 2026 Men's Basketball Championship Regional Rounds. Score premium March Madness tickets and exclusive hospitality access. A VIP experience for the VIP fan. Visit ncaa.com/VIP. Sandfort's second free throw, also good. The net barely moved. 32-19 Nebraska, nearing the 5-minute mark in this first half. Sandfort has 17 points. Cooper Campbell, right-handed dribble for Troy. He flips it into the corner. Thomas Dowd down the baseline against Mast. Ran into a wall. Out to Kobe Campbell. He fumbled it. Touched by Sanford. Knocked out of bounds. Still Troy ball. Back to your point about not having a plan when you drive the lane.
Yeah, we hate to beat the dead horse, but Troy Trojans continue to either throw the ball into the short corner or drive it into the short corner, and then they look up surprised when they're being trapped. They need to keep the ball out of that. We used to often call that dead man corner. Keep it out of there. They need to run more stuff in the middle. High ball screens, maybe some entries at the post elbow area. But yeah, the baseline drive is just not working.
And Scott Cross told us yesterday, Casey, we know about that no-middle defense, but we don't want to be lulled into shooting threes all the time. But it's got to be more than what they're doing.
Yep.
20 to shoot for Troy as Carrington Keel lobs it into the backcourt for Cooper Campbell. Being chased by Jamarcus Lawrence. Pitch it to Sang, bounce it to Keel. At the left elbow, 10 to shoot. Jabs at the left. He attacks against Mast. Layup, no. But a foul is called. And you have 2 thumbs up. That's more like it from Troy.
That's more like it because that drive happened right at the short elbow. And it's hard. Brink Mast basically opened up the gate and allowed Keel left hand right to the rim.
First foul on Mast. 4th team foul against Nebraska. 4:39 mark, first half. Keel 1 for 2 at the line today. 72% on the season, and the lefty drills the first. 32-20. Nebraska the lead. Keel, the sophomore from Birmingham, Alabama, averaging 4 points and 4 rebounds. Barely played as a freshman on the team that made the tournament a year ago. And Keel rattles in the second. 32-21 Huskers.
Remember, Troy made the NCAA tournament last year, lost to Kentucky by 19 points. Can they slow down this Nebraska team who's opened up their offense courtesy of Price Sanford?
17 of Nebraska's 32 points coming from Sanford in his first half.
Zone defense from Troy, the first zone possessions we've seen so far in the first half.
Lawrence has it on the edge of the March Madness logo. He rolls to his left. Up top, Frager tries a 3 off the front of the rim, and Theo Sang snares the rebound for the Trojans. Troy right to left. Black jerseys, cardinal numbers. Thomas Dowd up top. Dowd has had a quiet first half. Leaping, and his pass is stolen by Price Sanford. Nebraska left to right. Mast, the big man, brings it up. So skilled at his size.
Yeah, the point guard.
Hands it off to Jamarcus Lawrence. Lawrence down the right lane line. Blocked by Keel, but a foul. And Keel put his finger in the air as if to say, yeah, I know. Foul called with 3:50 remaining in the first half. Nebraska up double digits, 32-21, as they look for their first NCAA tournament win. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
James Brown and Bill Cowher welcoming you back to Dennis Melvin's house. It's time for the Midnight Snack Run.
This is one tricky obstacle course. Sticking to healthy habits in this kitchen is going to take focus and determination, but it can be done, JB.
He's already entered the snack part of the course, and he's eyeballing a jar of chocolate candy.
That is tempting right off the start.
Uh-oh, he's reaching, Bill, but he pushes it away.
Great stiff arm.
He's approaching a plate of delicious-looking iced cookies.
Oh, Dennis, you only want one of those.
He blows right by him for the apple.
Oh, the fridge. It's make or break time, JB.
He stares down some rich-looking treats. Uh-oh, looks like he's headed for the soda. Wait, he jukes left, grabs the water bottle, and shuts the door with his elbow in record time.
Unbelievable move. I gotta see that again.
And he's out. He even turned off the light.
That's the way you execute a midnight snack run.
Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer.
Go to takeahealthystand.org.
Furnished by Stand Up to Cancer.
People do some pretty cool things in their 40s and 50s. Why should saving for retirement be any different? I mean, they go back to college, learn new instruments, start skateboarding. Whoa! Okay, maybe that one's not for everybody, but saving for retirement is. With aceyourretirement.org, you can get on track with your retirement savings no matter your age. Just have a 3-minute chat with Avo, the friendly digital retirement coach from AARP. You'll get personalized recommendations based on your input that are easy to understand and work with your lifestyle. It's quick, easy, and free. Plus, it's sponsored by AARP, so you know they got your back.
Gnarly move, Dad.
Thanks, sweetie.
So wherever you are in your retirement savings journey, head to aceyourretirement.org and start chatting with Avo today. That's aceyourretirement.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Coming up on the Halftime Report, sponsored by Liberty Mutual, Brad Heller will check scores and highlights here the first day of the round of 64, plus a visit with Vanderbilt head coach Mark Byington before they take on McNeese in the 5-12 matchup here in Oklahoma City. Liberty Mutual customizes your auto and home insurance so you only pay for what you need. Ted Emmer, Casey Jacobson with you here at Paycom Center, the home of the NBA champion Oklahoma City Thunder. Nebraska, the 4 seed here in the South region, up 32-21 over the 13 seed Troy. 3:50 to play first half. Nebraska, Casey, on an extended 20-6 run.
Courtesy of the most dangerous weapon in basketball, that's the three-point shot. And it's not a surprise. Nebraska broke the school record for threes in a season with 337 of them. A slow start a little bit offensively for Nebraska, but 6 threes. 5 of them by Price, though. So nobody else for Nebraska really has a rhythm offensively right now except for Sanford.
The only other guy who's hit a 3 for the Huskers is at the line, Jamarcus Lawrence. He hit his first free throw to make it 33-21. And the boomerang transfer, who was on the floor the last time Nebraska was in the tournament 2 years ago, also makes the second. 34-21 Nebraska, 3:44 to play until halftime. Troy ball shooting to our left. Top of the arc, Kobe Campbell fires a 3. It's off the front of the rim. Long rebound corralled by Kobe Campbell. New 20 seconds on the shot clock. Left-handed dribble against Price Sanford. Feed the post, Thomas Dowd. And a foul is called against Nebraska. And Sam Hoiberg, his first and the team's 5th.
And what have you noticed specifically about Troy the last 3 possessions in a row? They are staying clear of the corners. They're operating out of the high post, elbow, and the top of the key. And their offense looks so much more clean.
Are you sure you weren't in the huddle with Scott Cross?
Scott Cross knows what he's doing. It's just a matter of these guys executing.
Austin Cross, his son, trying to bounce it in to Gerald Bellamy. Deflected out of bounds by Nebraska. Still Troy ball, 14 on the timer. Now Troy shooting 38%, but they have not hit a shot from the field in the last 3:38. Inbounds to Valdez. Trying to take Hoiberg down low. Gives it up to Bellamy, playing with 2 personals. Left it short, just outside the lane, and Lawrence rips down the rebound for Nebraska. Lawrence ahead to Sam Hoiberg. Back to Lawrence. Bluff a pass inside, over to Buchtengel. Wasn't quite ready. He gathers it, though. To the left elbow. Top of the arc, Lawrence. 3-pointer. Dents the front of the rim. Thomas Dowd the rebound. And a quick outlet to Cooper Campbell. Right to left for Troy. Leave it for Dowd. Trailing, won't go 3. That's off the front of the rim. And Sanford snacks the rebound for Nebraska. Lawrence ahead. Lobs it to Mass this time. Backing down, Thomas Dowd. Turns baseline. Shot no good off the window. Loose ball. And out of bounds. It'll stay at this end with the Huskers.
Rink Mast is massive, and he runs rim to rim about as good as anybody you will find. He was posting up for a solid 3 seconds on that break. Didn't get the shot to go in, but man, is he working hard.
Got a dude who didn't even play last year because of knee surgery. Pass from Hoiberg to Sanford, deflected by Valdez. A steal, spin move in the lane, blocked by Hoiberg. At 6 feet tall, he got a piece of it. Hoiberg at the other end, racing in transition, and he lays it home. Making plays at both ends. The coach's son puts Nebraska up 36-21.
What a sequence by Sam Hoiberg. Probably the best glue guy in America. He'll do whatever you need him to do.
Cooper Campbell, a lazy left-handed dribble, now between the legs, 2 minutes to go in the half. Left of the circle, Bellamy. Down low, Dowd. Pried out of his hands, got it back. Bellamy gathers. Jump stop in the lane. Offensive foul is called against Bellamy. And Gerald Bellamy picks up his 3rd personal with 1:57 to go in the half.
And that's important because this Troy front line is not very deep. I'm taking a replay look at that, Ted. That is a bad call to me. Price Sanford clearly still moving and sliding to his right, and he caught the right hip. You got to take that on the chest if you want to get that offensive foul. Tough break for Bellamy.
Boy, Bellamy remains on the floor here for Scott Cross. Theo Sang has returned checking in, but not relieving Bellamy in this case. Wow, what a gamble for Troy. Lawrence against some pressure from Cooper Campbell, crosses the timeline with a low dribble. 36-21, Nebraska leads it. Lawrence hands it off to Hoiberg, flip it to Sanford, back up top, and Lawrence to Sanford, right wing three, off the heel, no good, and the rebound grabbed by Sang. Cooper Campbell right to left for Troy. Throws it inside to Bellamy. He's doubled. Give it to Sang. Lefty scoop is good off the window, and Troy ends a drought of about 4 minutes. 36-23 Nebraska. 1:15 to play in the half. Sam Hoiberg controls it for the Huskers. He dishes to Jamarcus Lawrence. Black sleeve on his right leg. He triggers a three from the left wing. No. Maston offensive rebound. Put back, no. Buchtenschel tips it in from the right side. 38-23 Huskers, under a minute to go.
10 offensive rebounds for Nebraska, just killing the Trojans down low.
Valdez on the left wing for Troy. Into the corner, Austin Cross tries a three. That's short, and Sam Hoiberg has the rebound for Nebraska. Hoiberg across the timeline, white headband. Drive and kick to Buchtenschel. Fake the handoff over to Mass. Jabs with the right against Valdez. Hand it to Jamarcus Lawrence. 30 seconds to play in the half. Buchtenschel fakes a three. Back to Lawrence. Hash mark left in front of Scott Cross, Troy's head coach. 7 to shoot. Turnaround jumper left elbow. Buchtenschel rattles around. Doesn't drop. Mass another offensive rebound. Out to Lawrence. And he drains a three. Once again, second chance points for Nebraska. And they have their largest lead yet at 41-23. Final 5 seconds of the half. Cooper Campbell dishes to Theo Singh, splitting 2 defenders, couldn't even get a shot off, but a foul was called just before the horn sounded, and Buchtenschel is writhing in pain for Nebraska.
Yeah, it looks like he got hit in another region. What's interesting, Ted, did they call this a shooting foul? Because if it's not a shooting foul, then they're going to have to take the ball out of bounds with maybe a half second to go.
It would be just the 6th team foul against Nebraska. Trainer is on the floor now attending to Buchtenschel. We're getting another look on our monitor.
Oh, he got hit right in the groin.
Yeah.
In the left groin. Yeah, that looks painful. Like a knee right to the inner thigh.
Previous play is under further review for a timing error. The clock went to zeros, so we'll put time back on the clock as when the foul actually occurred.
Exactly as you said, Casey. It will not result in free throws. There's no way Theo Sang was in the act of shooting there. But we'll see just how much time Troy would have to inbound here. Buchtenschel back to his feet and now in the Nebraska huddle.
Yeah, and if there's
we've had 2 players get hit down below in this first half.
Although,
what a way to start here in OKC.
Yeah, we don't wish that upon anybody, no matter what, who you're rooting for. Yeah. But if this is less than a second, there's not a whole lot you can do.
At .8.
Okay, so .8. There's not a whole lot you can do with that. I would
number 33
draw up a play here to try and get a lob to the rim.
Whoa! So Jeb Hartness, don't know if you just heard that. He did make the announcement that Theo Sang was in the act of shooting. So 2 free throws for Sang. I do not agree with that.
Oh, we just looked at the replay. And Sang just throws, he's going to the floor after the contact, clear foul, correct call. He's just going to the ground and he throws the ball up. Wow, that's a gift.
I mean, they have added some continuation language in college basketball this year, but that seems awfully generous as Theo Sang makes the first free throw. 41-24 Nebraska, one more with 0.8 of a second, and he hits. So 2 for 2. Troy down 41-25, sent it in to Sanford from 3/4 court and just offline to the left. Can you imagine?
Oh, that would have been bonkers.
Bryce Sanford has hit everything else for Nebraska in this first half. 5 threes, 17 points, and Nebraska is up by 16, 41-25.
Again, just the physical domination of the Cornhuskers, who kind of got punched in the mouth early in this game. Troy made their first 3 threes of the game. Looked a little shook, but then behind the big Red Nation, I thought Nebraska settled in defensively, and the offensive rebounds, the second chance points combined with Price Samford's three-point shooting, that's the difference in the game.
41-25, Nebraska leads Troy at the half. When we return, we'll head back to our studios for the halftime report. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
On the court, every possession counts. In business, it's every lead. But too many businesses are still guessing what's making the phone ring and what's a waste of money. CallRail turns that guesswork into a winning game plan by showing you exactly what marketing drove every call, text, and form fill. CallRail's AI assistant can even answer calls 24/7, book appointments, and keep leads from calling the competition so you never miss your shot. That's why over 225,000 businesses trust CallRail. Stop guessing and start winning. Try it free at callrail.com.
During Lowe's Pro Savings Days, the job works in your favor. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members buy more and save more on materials they rely on every day. Get up to 25% off select molding when you spend $1,000 or more, and up to 25% off Pergo Evercraft laminate flooring. Put Pro Savings Days to work for you. Members get more at Lowe's. Valid through 3/27. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit the Pro Desk or Lowe's.com/terms for more details. Subject to change.
Hey, sports fans. Kevin Kugler here, sportscaster for college basketball. And I have a special announcement from Five Guys. They know no bracket is safe this tournament season and want you to be prepared. Like when that pesky 12 seed upsets the 5. Or that school you never heard of turns your lock into a loss. Ouch. So when your bracket inevitably busts, don't cry. Stop at Five Guys and get some consolation fries. They'll make you feel like a winner again.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Welcome to the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network Halftime Report, sponsored by Liberty Mutual.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Liberty Mutual customizes your auto and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Once again, here's your host, Brad Heller.
What a first half for the Nebraska Cornhuskers, looking for that first ever tournament win. The 4th seed in the South leads the 13 seed Troy 41-25. Welcome inside the Westwood One Broadcast Center in Los Angeles. That is game 1 of 4 in Oklahoma City. Game number 2 will be the 5-12 matchup in the South. Vanderbilt and McNeese. The Cowboys just pulled off a three-peat in the Southland Conference and are one of only 2 programs with at least 28 wins in each of the last 3 seasons, along with Houston. Yeah, that's pretty good. As for Vanderbilt, the Commodores demolished Florida en route to the first SEC title game appearance since 2012, which also happens to be the last time they won an NCAA tournament game. Here is Vandy head coach Mark Byington with our Casey Jacobson.
All right, Mark, you are building a program at Vanderbilt. This is now back-to-back NCAA tournament appearances, but what is the next step for you in this program?
Well, we want to make a run in the NCAA tournament, but you only do that by winning the first game. And, you know, we talked about the NCAA tournament, our first team meeting this year. We had everybody together in June, and we didn't hide for the fact that we want to be here and be at this moment. It's the best sporting event in the world. It's the most exciting sporting event in the world. And I want our guys to be a part of it, and it's been a great journey with them.
Coach, Vanderbilt has been one of the most entertaining teams for me personally to watch in the country. For those who haven't seen your team play, your backcourt is so special. Describe what makes Tyler Tanner, Tyler Nickel, and Duke Miles so cohesive as a unit.
Yeah, so with Duke Miles and Tyler Tanner, you're talking about 2 basically combo scoring, passing point guards that can do a lot of different things, that can score for themselves or make plays for others. And they dictate what's going on with their offense. I want them guys to be super aggressive. And then you're talking about Tyler Nickel, who's a big wing, you know, can really shoot it, can extend plays, but he's more than just a shooter. Those guys are all tough.
To me, your team is the only team that I would say that was misseeded. Now, I know you're here and you're trying to put that in the background. You're here to win games and play, but is there a little extra motivation for being misseeded?
Yeah, it seems like the SEC tournament wasn't taken into play with us. And we won 3 quad 1As there towards the end. But at the same time, I actually talked to our guys before the selection show. And I didn't know where we were going to be, 3, 4, or 5. And I told the guys, I said, whatever they said about us, we're erasing the number. And whoever we're playing, we're erasing the number. You know, just a couple years ago, I was a little old JMU, and we were a 12 seed and beat Wisconsin a 5 seed, and I think we were by far the better team. And so everybody earns their way here. Everybody deserves to be here. And so you got to erase that, and you got to play good, whoever your opponent is. Yeah,
McNeese certainly earned their spot to be here, and your opponent leads the country in forced turnovers. What is the preparation like for a team that plays that way?
Yeah, so the first thing we had to do is kind of try to get some rest. So we just finished playing Sunday afternoon. It was a late, 3 games in a row and all that. So I wanted our guys to have their legs. And we had Monday off, and then Tuesday was the first thing we talked about was ball security, ball toughness, and decision-making. They get them in a number of different ways. They can get them in their press. They can get them in their half court. They can gamble, or they can be sound. But they have some natural guys who can go after and get the ball with really long arms. And that really leads into other things they do on the offensive end. So ball security, ball toughness, decision-making has been really hammered into our guys since we started going on Tuesday.
That's Mark Byington, head coach for the Vanderbilt Commodores. Coach, thanks for your time.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Casey, thank you very much. Vanderbilt and McNeese, that's going to be game number 2 in Oklahoma City. Game 1's at the half. Nebraska leads Troy 41-25. Coming up, we'll check the scoreboard, including the 8-9 matchup in the East, Ohio State and TCU. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The greatest insult the Colonel ever suffered was being served a wrap that was just a snack by a friend. So he took 2 crispy tenders, lettuce, tomatoes, and pepper mayo, and wrapped them in a soft tortilla. It wasn't a snack, it was a meal. He called it a twister, and never called that friend again. The Colonel lived, so we could chicken. The Twister, now back at KFC, classic or with bacon. Also try it spicy. It's finger-licking good.
Prices and participation may vary.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
What's the impact of hiring the right person for the job? Someone who simply doesn't fill a role but elevates it. Indeed Sponsored Jobs can help you connect with candidates who have the right experience and a proven track record. Find people who don't just complete tasks, they transform how work gets done. Don't leave hiring to chance. Sponsor your job posting on Indeed and match with the right candidates. Sponsor your job at Indeed.com/credit.
Class, today we're talking women's hoops. Open your textbooks. Join thousands of other screaming fans for an in-person experience you have to see to believe. NCAA March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/WBB tickets.
I'm destined to watch my team go for it all.
The student has become the professor.
Need parts fast? Need them now? O'Reilly is fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly Auto Parts stand apart. Right now at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts, you can get 1 free set of brake pads when you buy 2 qualifying brake rotors. Ask the professional parts people about additional brake pad and rotor upgrade options available at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Center in Los Angeles, Nebraska up 16 at the half on Troy. Time now for a tournament update sponsored by Five Guys. Nervous about your tournament picks? Don't sweat it. Five Guys has consolation fries, no matter the outcome. Hand-cut and perfectly salted. They'll make you a winner again. The 8-9 matchup in the East, Ohio State and TCU in Greenville. The Horned Frogs are up 15 at the half, but here come the Buckeyes.
Pat's left wing. It goes to Bynum on the outside. Leaves it for Mobley. Deep shot straight away. And he finds the bottom from the logo to make it 43-33.
Tilly made a nice little screen at the foul line area. The defender got hung up and a wide open look for John Mobley.
Just his second made three today. It's a 10-point game. TCU in front will take a timeout with 14:10 to play.
No Eagle LaFonso Ellis on the call. A 10-0 run for Ohio State. The Buckeyes now down 46-40. They're at the under 12 media timeout in the second half. You can hear that one on the Westwood One Sports app, also on any Alexa-enabled device. Meanwhile, the 6-11 matchup in the East, Louisville and South Florida. The Cardinals playing without their star freshman, Michael Brown Jr. 10-7 Cards have the lead. Under 14 minutes to go in the first half. That's in Buffalo. First game of the day in Wisconsin, in Portland, will tip off in about 5 minutes. Wisconsin and High Point, the 5-12 matchup in the West region. High Point, 14 consecutive wins. That is the longest active streak entering the tournament. Price Sanford has 5 3-pointers for Nebraska, 17 points. The Cornhuskers looking for their first ever tournament win. They lead Troy 41-25 halftime in Oklahoma City. That's the 4-13 matchup in the South region. We're going to rejoin Ted Emmerich and Casey Jacobson at Paycom Center after this. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
Hi, I'm Connie Britton, and I want to share with you the experience of Donna in Washington. She writes, I got injured about 5 years ago. I was let go when, because of the injury, I couldn't keep up with my schedule. I've tried to find other work, but I'm 68 now. No one wants to hire someone that old. This week is tough, though, because I had to get my tooth fixed. So I only have $10 in my checking account. But it will be okay. I at least have food because of this pantry. Millions of people face hunger. Some every day, just like Donna. The Feeding America network of food banks helps provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. Learn more at feedingamerica.org. Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Yeah, military life can have its challenges, but sometimes veteran life brings more. While serving in Iraq, an IED took both my legs, but it didn't take my spirit.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
My name is Greg Gadsden, 26-year Army veteran.
With the right support, more veterans can reach victories, great and small.
DAV helps veterans like me get all the benefits they've earned, and that can be a life changer.
DAV provides a lifetime of support to veterans of every generation, helping more than 1 million veterans each year.
Today, I'm an entrepreneur, photographer, and public speaker.
But there's more to be done and more victories to be won. With the right support, there are no limits.
My victory is just being the best that I can be.
Greg Gadsden, thank you for your service. May your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Here in the South region in Oklahoma City, Nebraska leads Troy in this 4-13 matchup, 41-25 at the half. Ted Emmerich, Casey Jacobson with you. We check the halftime stats, sponsored by Empower. Invest well, live a little. Join Empower's 19 million customers at empower.com. Price Sanford, certainly the story individually in this game. 17 points, 5 of 8 shooting from three-point range for Nebraska. But, Casey, one thing that really catches your eye and really everybody's eyes here at Paycom Center is Nebraska's rebounding edge.
Yeah, they've been an average rebounding team all season, but in this particular matchup, they have a size advantage down low. Instead, it's really shown up on the offensive glass. Nebraska has more offensive rebounds in this game than they have defensive rebounds. And why is that important? Well, Nebraska, outside of Price Sanford, they're not really shooting it very well. 40% shooting is not the standard for Nebraska offensively, but because they got 17 second chance points, that's the difference.
Yeah, rink masked with 5 boards. Sanford has 4 of them. Sam Hoiberg, Berica Buchengel with 3 each. Nebraska up 41-25 at the break as they look for their first NCAA tournament win in 9 tries. This is their 130th season of basketball. This has been the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network Halftime Report, sponsored by Liberty Mutual. Liberty Mutual customizes your auto and home insurance so you only pay for what you need. Up next, we'll have the second half. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the one you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
O'Reilly.
Right now at O'Reilly Auto Parts, get 5 quarts of Valvoline full synthetic motor oil and a MicroGuard Select oil filter for $36.99. Limits apply. See store for details. Trust our professional parts people to recommend the products for your next oil change. Visit your O'Reilly Auto Parts store or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The way we watch video is changing. Shorter, faster, always moving. Introducing Rumble Shorts. Rumble's home for short-form video. A swipeable feed of short vertical videos designed to keep discovery moving. Watch, swipe, discover new creators. Follow the voices you care about. Support them directly with tips through Rumble Wallet. Short-form video the way audiences expect it, while staying true to Rumble's vision of free speech. Rumble Shorts. Discover more. Support creators. Keep the conversation open.
Oh, hello. It's me, the calculator that lives inside of TaxSlayer. I love numbers. Like 100, as in 100%, as in TaxSlayer's 100% accuracy. Guaranteed. And 0, as in $0, as in it costs $0 to file and get the refund you deserve with TaxSlayer Simply Free, if you qualify. Simply Free is available to a limited number of taxpayers with age, income, credit, and deduction restrictions. See TaxSlayer.com for eligibility requirements. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Westwood One presents Great Moments in Tournament History.
March 15th, 2001, and a first-round mismatch between the number 2 seed Iowa State and a school making their initial appearance in the Big Dance. Or was it? The Hampton Pirates weren't fazed by their underdog status, stayed with the Cyclones, and rallied from an 11-point second-half deficit. They were still down by 1, though, with time running out in Boise.
Jefferson to inbound it. Looking, goes outside left to Cleveland Davis, up top to Bryant. Inside the lane, Williams, turnaround floater's good! It's good! 6.9 to go! Hampton leads. Here's Tinsley to front court. Tinsley driving the lane. Tinsley's layup is no good! Rebounded by Power. It's over! It's over! The 15th seed has done it!
Becoming the 4th one to accomplish the feat since the tourney expanded to 64 teams. With another great moment in tournament history, I'm Kevin Kugler.
Getting ready for the start of the second half here in Oklahoma City. Game 1 of 4 here in the South region. The 4-seed Nebraska on top of the 13-seed Troy, 41-25. Ted Emmerich and the former Stanford All-American Casey Jacobson with you. Troy started so well. They hit those 3 early threes, but they end up shooting just 33%. They were 1 for their last 7, in fact, to close out the half. And, Casey, we're both looking at their best player, Thomas Dowd, who was limited to just 2 points in the first half. Man, he is walking gingerly, to say the least, as he warms up for the second half.
Yeah, he is not right, and we don't know, because he's not wearing a brace, but we know that it's his left leg, either a knee, a hip, or something. But, yeah, he's walking around here like an 80-year-old man. They need him to figure it out because he's their leading scorer, just 1 of 5 from the field. The other key I have for Troy, stay out of the corners. Those baseline drives have not been fruitful. Troy's 10 turnovers, many of them have come because they don't have a plan when they're driving and they meet the Nebraska defense. And Nebraska, to me, Ted, the best version of them on the offensive end is when they play from the inside out. I thought Rink Mast, although he didn't have a great shooting half, the 6'10 center has a game-high 4 assists. A lot of bigs are black holes, Ted, not Rink. If you throw the ball down there, he chins it, he puts the ball right underneath the chin, and he looks for Price Sanford, and he looks for cutters. If they continue to do that, I think their offense is going to remain efficient.
I get the feeling you would have loved to have played with the Rink Mast.
Oh, yes.
He could find you on the wing or in the corner to launch one. Time now for the start of the second half, sponsored by Indeed.com. When hiring gets chaotic, then this is a job for sponsored jobs. Sponsor your job on Indeed and match with quality candidates faster. Visit Indeed.com/credit. The winner of this one moves on to the second round Saturday to play the winner of the 5-12 matchup coming up next here in Oklahoma City. That is Vanderbilt from the SEC and the 12 seed McNeese from the Southland Conference. Nebraska, again, the white jerseys, red numbers. Troy, black jerseys, cardinal numbers, trimmed in white. For Nebraska as a 4 seed, it's their highest seed since 1991. They were a 3 seed then and got upset by 14 seed Xavier. 0-8 all time in the tournament, and off to a great start here today as they search for that breakthrough. Troy ball to start the second half. Victor Valdez has it for the Trojans as they shoot to our right. Bellamy on the right wing, back to Valdez, top of the arc. He drifts left, guarded by Price Sanford. Starts right, heads left, met by Buchtengel as well. Picks up the dribble, up top to Kobe Campbell. Kobe drifts to his right, 10 to shoot, back to Valdez, left side of the floor, into the corner against Lawrence. It's Cooper Campbell, drive and kick to his older brother Kobe. Three-pointer off the mark, and Rink Mast pulls down the rebound. Nebraska has it shooting to our left. Lawrence jogs across the timeline, watched by Valdez. Lawrence into the right corner, defended now by Cooper Campbell. To Mast on the baseline, he's surrounded, pass to Buchtengel, deflected. Buchtengel, the hustle play, tries to keep it alive, but Bellamy takes it away for Troy. Ahead to Thomas Dowd, down the right baseline, and Dowd draws the foul. Whistle blows. 54 seconds into the half.
And as a former scorer, Ted, I would say, as Thomas Dowd has really struggled, the best way is to either try and get a layup in transition or figure out a way to get to the foul line so you can see that jumper go through. But Dowd's has made it more difficult on himself than maybe he should have. He took like a 28-foot three-pointer.
Yeah. Dowd's first free throw is good. First trip to the line here today. The most outstanding player in the Sun Belt tournament. Troy's only returning starter from that team that made the tournament a year ago. He bends his knees, off it goes, good. Dowd with the black headband, the black tights underneath his black shorts. He's got 4 points now, and it's 41-27 Nebraska.
And a 2-2-1 three-quarter court pressure defense from Troy. They kind of back off, but they're back in a 2-3 zone here.
Hoiberg trying to locate Sanford in the corner, off his hands, out of bounds, near side. Nebraska turns it over.
That was a low pass, a little bit of a knuckleball that kind of towards Price Sanford's kneecaps.
So back-to-back turnovers to start the half for Nebraska. Troy ball shooting to our right. Kobe Campbell bounce it to Bellamy, high right. Now Cooper Campbell, left of the bracket logo. Into the corner, and Kobe Campbell. Back to his brother Cooper, 10 to shoot. Cooper Campbell down the right lane line. Desperation pitch to his brother Kobe, 5 to shoot. Into the lane, flips it up, off the mark. Hoiberg grabs the rebound. Nebraska right to left. Price Sanford on the trot near side. Stops on the left wing. Feeds Mast. Foot on the line. Long two. No good. And Thomas Dowd rips down the board for Troy. Valdez on the move left to right. Goes behind the back. Burley forward. Gives it to Cooper Campbell. Left side of the floor. Left-handed dribble for Cooper Campbell. Watched by Sanford. Now picked up by Mast as well. Cooper Campbell picks up the dribble. Up top to Valdez. He triggers a three, and it's good over Jamarcus Lawrence. Valdez had the hot start, remember. It's 41-30 Nebraska.
Yeah, it came in 2 for his last 24 from 3. That's his third made 3 of this game.
The only Trojan in double figures, now with 11. He's 3 for 3 from deep.
I think Fred Hoiberg would be fine with Valdez casting long-range jumpers.
Bryce Sandfort around a screen from Mast. He pulls on a three. Give it to him again. 6 3-pointers. How was Bryce Sandfort that open?
That was a simple ball screen, and there was no communication, no help, no switch. That's inexplicable.
It's 44-30 Nebraska. We played 3 minutes here in the second half. Valdez lobs it to Bellamy. Inside, stripped by Sam Hoiberg. Up the far side of the floor, right to left for Nebraska. He shovels to a trailing Rink Mast. Inside the arc, back to Hoiberg. Touch it to Sandfort. Off the heel this time. Long rebound. Dowd got a piece of it. It's out of bounds to Troy. Nebraska players are twirling their fingers. They want it to be challenged. Fred Hoiberg looking to the bench. It doesn't appear the Huskers will challenge the call.
And certainly not worth the risk. 16 minutes and 48 seconds left in this second half. You want to save a timeout or a review if this game gets close.
Valdez has it for Troy. Over to Kobe Campbell in front of us. Now Theo Sang, who has checked in for Gerald Bellamy. First game since February 14th, coming off a knee injury. Valdez rolls to his right, finds Dowd in a crowd. Left baseline jumper is off target. Loose ball picked up by Cooper Campbell. New shot clock for Troy. Valdez fakes a three, now leans in against Buchtengel. It ricochets off the top of the backboard, and Hoiberg pulls it in for Nebraska. Sandfort right to left for the Huskers. Dish it to Hoiberg, touch it to Lawrence, left corner three. That's off target. Rebound Valdez and Troy. Far side left to right. Kobe Campbell on the acceleration against Sam Hoiberg. Layup no, but a foul call. And we've got a timeout with 15:58 to go in the second half. Nebraska, the 4 seed, up 44-30 over Troy. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
The Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council present the story of Tom and Levi.
Tom is the smartest man I know. He's been a professor at 2 major universities, been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, he told me that he was having problems in his classes. I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. And he was telling them that he was doing it as a favor to them, but I think in reality he just wanted to get out of there. I was really starting to worry because I saw something that's wrong.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me, and my love for him was just immense.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Enough already.
We can do more.
Enough already. We can find a cure.
Enough already.
We can do better for our kids.
Enough already. We are relying on you.
Childhood cancer is the leading cause of death by disease for children in our country. We can do something about that. We can come together to support the best research for safer, more effective treatments and cures for our kids. We can come together to support Children's Cancer Research Fund, a national nonprofit dedicated to ending childhood cancer that is on the front line of breakthroughs. Because
it's enough already.
Go to childrenscancer.org to join us. Go to childrenscancer.org today.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships. Ted Emmerich and Casey Jacobson here at our Granger courtside seats in downtown Oklahoma City, which has been taken over by Nebraska fans. Keep your team moving forward with Granger. With over 1 million industrial-grade products, Granger can help your business get a leg up. Call, click Granger.com or just stop by. And those Husker fans love what they're seeing from Price Sanford. 20 points to lead all scores, 6 of 10 from 3. And the 4-seed Nebraska is up 44-30 over Troy here early in the second half.
And Price Sanford's 14th 20-point game. He has just been so steady. It feels like a little bit of a danger zone for Troy right now, Ted, because like you have to ask yourself, can the Trojans manufacture a mini run as Campbell's at the line right now to get back? Because we're a couple of Price Sanford threes away from this being a 20-point lead for the Cornhuskers.
Kobe Campbell at the line, nicknamed Red Mamba. Yes, he's got red hair. And yes, his name is Kobe. Made the first, front rim board and down. Second one is good as well. 44-32 Nebraska. 15:58 mark, second half.
Campbell family. The dad, Scott Campbell, is an assistant coach for Scott Cross on the bench at Troy. And I actually know the younger daughter, Kaya Campbell, in high school right now. She's also a baller.
And Mom Bree was a McDonald's All-American and played at Oregon. Nebraska shooting to our left, 10 to shoot. Braden Frager on the floor, finds Sanford, right corner three, a swish! Price Sanford has brought his flamethrower to Oklahoma City. 23 points, 7 threes, and it's 47-32 Nebraska. Kobe Campbell drifts into the left corner against Rick Mast, down the baseline. Flip it up top, Valdez. Into the right corner, Cooper Campbell. A three-pointer, goes begging. And Braden Frager has the rebound. Ahead to Sam Hoiberg, far side, right to left for the Huskers. Feeds Mast. He's doubled by Sang and Valdez. Over to Lawrence, right wing three. He rattles it home. The 10th three-pointer for Nebraska as a team. 50-32 Huskers.
Again, a post touch for Rink Mast. They double team him. I think they should just play Rink Mast one-on-one, stop double teaming and allowing Nebraska to get threes.
Mast has 6 dimes. The big man can dish. Cooper Campbell inside the arc, finds his brother Kobe. Goes behind the back, step back jumper over Hoiberg. Grazes the front of the rim, no good. Hoiberg the rebound. The coach's son brings it up right to left. Left-handed dribble for Hoiberg. The veteran, former walk-on turned starter. Shovels it to Rick Mast, left elbow. He spins against Dowd, finds Frager, left baseline, guarded by Cooper Campbell. Frager picks up the dribble, now Mast on the left wing. Handed off Sanford, guarded tightly by Dowd. Back to Mast, and he flips it in. It is a 20-point lead for Nebraska now, 52-32 with 14 minutes to go. Nebraska fans going nuts here in Oklahoma City. Valdez hits a three out front for Troy, and it's 52-35.
Yeah, that ends an 8-0 run for Nebraska. If you would have told me the one guy for Troy that would be launching threes and hitting them, Valdez would have been one of my last picks.
4 threes for Valdez today. Get 22% on the season. Mast doubled. Gives it to Sam Hoiberg in the right corner. To Lawrence, a right elbow jumper, and he bangs it down. Jamarcus Lawrence now has 13. It's 54-35 Huskers.
The double teams just aren't working. Every time Troy double teams Nebraska, they're not turning the ball over, and they're finding easy jumpers.
Cooper Campbell controls for Troy on the first S in madness. Goes between the legs, guarded by Price Sanford. Right-handed dribble. He swerves right, finds Dowd. Deep three, left of the circle, off the front of the rim. Long rebound. Kobe Campbell couldn't track it down. It's out of bounds and Nebraska ball.
Thomas Dowd, the leading scorer for Troy. He likes to shoot threes, but again, Ted, they run a play. It was a flare screen for Dowd at the top. He catches it 5 feet behind the three-point line, and he didn't need to be that far. I'm not sure why he's trying to shoot NBA Steph Curry threes when he can just toe the line.
Under 13 minutes to play. 54-35 Nebraska. Braden Frager has it at the hash mark right side. He hooks it to Sam Hoiberg. Drives to the elbow, finds Mast, bobble, and a kick out. Frager three-pointer no from the right wing. Cooper Campbell ahead to Thomas Dowd on the break. Finds Austin Cross, and he lays it in. Well done in transition from Troy.
I can count the number of times on one hand where Troy's been able to have a clean look at the basket. Just nothing easy for the Trojans.
54-37 Nebraska, 12:20 to play. Mass, short corner right, a laser pass to Frager. Another assist for Mass. Frager puts it in to make it 56-37.
Just slicing up the double team. They have to call it off.
7 assists for Rink Mast. Cooper Campbell's pass deflected, knocked out of bounds, left baseline, and off Nebraska. Troy ball 16 to shoot. Jamarcus Lawrence checks out. Cale Jacobson returns. And his name is Cale, C-A-L-E. Are you sure there's no relation, distant cousin?
I'm sure. He doesn't shoot the three well enough to be related to me. He's a way better defensive player.
Keel misses a three for Troy from the corner.
A distant cousin, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Twice removed.
Cale is good for you, though. Good for your body, good for Fred Hoiberg's team.
No, that's Cale with a K. This is Cale with a C. He hands it to Bryce Sandfort. Whistle blows as he had the step on Theo Sang. Coming around the corner, foul called against Sang. And Nebraska fans all on their feet here in Oklahoma City. A 19-point Huskers lead with 11:41 to go. 56-37 over Troy. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions. Hey, here's an incredible app that everyone who buys gas needs to know about. Upside. They can earn cash back for every gallon of gas every time they fill up. Just download the free Upside app in the App Store or Google Play right now. Use promo code SCORE for 25 cents per gallon or more on your first fill up. Cash back. Don't pay full price at the pump anymore. Get cash back using Upside. Just download the app for free and use promo code SCORE for 25 cents per gallon or more on your first tank. And it's not just for gas. You can earn up to 30% cash back at grocery stores, restaurants, and with takeout too. You can cash out anytime to your bank account or an e-gift card. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SCORE to get 25 cents per gallon or more cash back on your first tank. Just use the promo code SCORE now. That's code SCORE.
Class, today we're talking NCAA championships and life lessons. Schoolwork got you stressed? Feeling overwhelmed? Need a place to unleash a quick, hearty yell? Yeah! You gotta get off the couch and join thousands of screaming fans for a heart-pounding in-person to believe NCAA championships. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets.
Will this be on the test?
Oh, sweet child. This is the test.
Don't waste your B2B marketing on the wrong people. With LinkedIn ads, you reach the right professionals where they already are. LinkedIn has a network of over 1 billion professionals. You can target your buyers by job title, industry, company, and more. That means no wasted shots, just buzzer beaters. Spend $250 on your first LinkedIn ads campaign and get a $250 credit for the next one. Go to linkedin.com/college basketball. That's linkedin.com/college basketball. Terms and conditions apply.
Ted Emmer, Casey Jacobson with you at Paycom Center in Oklahoma City, and we check the schedule of games coming up, sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Every now and then you find a deal where you get more and pay less. Now that's a good deal. That's Straight Talk Wireless on Verizon's 5G network. Find it exclusively at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Still to come here in Oklahoma City in the South region, the 5-12 matchup, Vanderbilt against McNeese, then 7-seed St. Mary's against the 10-seed Texas A&M, and then Houston, the national runner-up a year ago, 2-seed this year against the 15-seed Idaho. What excites you the most here coming up, Casey?
I only get to choose one, Ted, because that's impossible.
Well, probably for timing purposes, yes, only one.
Vanderbilt, our next game, Vanderbilt, the 5-seed against McNeese, because McNeese, they get after you, right? They try and turn you over, and Vanderbilt's backcourt is made for a game like that, especially Tyler Tanner, the 6-foot guard. He's been electric this season.
You can talk a lot more about all the games coming up. We will be here all day long and all night long here in Oklahoma City. Nebraska ball up 56-37 over Troy, 11:30 to play. Feed the post, Rink Mast turns baseline, and he banks it home. Mast with 9 to go with 7 assists.
And a well drawn up and executed play. They ran Bryce Sandfort straight to the corner, and the defense just goes with them, and that allowed Rink Mast just to catch an easy layup.
Theo Sang, the big, has it, left elbow for Troy. He pivots, he hits down, goes reverse side, right-handed scoop, no. And Sam Hoiberg pulls it in for Nebraska, his 7th rebound, the smallest player on the floor. Under 11 to play. Hoiberg, a left-handed dribble around a screen from Mast. He's picked up by the big, Thomas Dowd. Up top in Mast. Such a skilled passer. He hands it off to Braden Frager. Frager gives it back to Mast at the foul line. Spins against Sang. Right-handed hook right down the chute. Mast now in double figures with 11.
You can run your offense either with Sam Hoiberg at the steering wheel or give it to your center and let him make the decisions.
Nebraska's hit 7 of their last 8 shots. Sang answers with a 3 out front for Troy, and it's 60-40 with 10:20 to go.
And Sang averages 13 points off the bench. They call him Big Bird. I don't really know why. He is pretty big, but that's all I got for you, Ted.
Has to push shot left lane line. We'll check on that during the next timeout.
I studied it. I couldn't find the answer why he's called Big Bird.
Carrington Keel has it on the right wing, hoping to spread his wings now with Troy down 20. Like that. Troy turns it over. Frager right to left, slashing ahead, and he throws it down with both hands. 62-40 Nebraska. Braden Frager can get up. Cooper Campbell has it in the forecourt for Troy. Flip it to Thomas Dowd between the legs against Frager. Now on the switch, Price Sandfort defending. Dowd runs into a double. Finds Austin Cross, three-pointer left corner. It's off the front of the rim, and Hoiberg has his 8th rebound for Nebraska.
Now we're past the danger zone right now. Troy's in big-time trouble. They're on their heels.
Frager, right wing 3. That's no good. Tip-up try by Hoiberg didn't drop, and the rebound's cleared by Sang. Troy left to right. Dowd, drive and kick. Keel sweeps into the paint to Cooper Campbell. Locates Dowd, right corner 3. It's an air ball into the hands of Keel. He's right-handed, scoop right side is off the mark, and Nebraska has it. 62-40 Huskers with 8:48 to go.
Troy is shooting 4 of 11 on layups, Ted. That's no good.
That's the no-middle defense of Nebraska at work. Nothing comes easy. Inside. Frager, top of the circle. Step back. Right of the circle 3. He got it. Braden Frager didn't shoot it well in the first half. That's his first 3, and it's 65-40.
Well, the rim's the size of a manhole cover right now for the Cornhuskers. Listen to this crowd.
A timeout for Troy. It is deafening here in Oklahoma City as Big Red has taken over OKC and this game. 65-40 with 8:22 to go. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
America, let me be very clear. If your car breaks down and your plan is to hope it won't cost too much, you're cooked. Done. Sayonara. Hope will not pay the bill. Hope ain't going to replace your transmission, and it isn't a defense I've ever heard of. That's why I ride with CarShield, America's most trusted auto protection. We're talking elite-level defense that saves you money when unexpected repairs happen. And you know I love a good defense. Get your free quote at carshield.com. carshield.com.
What's the impact of hiring the right person for the job? Someone who simply doesn't fill a role but elevates it. Indeed Sponsored Jobs can help you connect with candidates who have the right experience and a proven track record. Find people who don't just complete tasks, they transform how work gets done. Don't leave hiring to chance. Sponsor your job posting on Indeed and match with the right candidates. Sponsor your job at Indeed.com/credit.
Ah, the most beautiful time of year is upon us. Tax season. And TaxSlayer is here to help you file. We guarantee 100% accuracy and your maximum refund. Those are some good numbers. And you can trust me, because I'm a talking calculator. Did I mention TaxSlayer even has support from real US-based humans if you have any questions along the way? Beat the rush and start for free today. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Need parts fast? Need them now? O'Reilly is fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly Auto Parts stand apart. Right now at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts, you can get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 qualifying brake rotors. Ask the professional parts people about additional brake pad and rotor upgrade options available at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Introducing Rumble Shorts. Short vertical videos and a swipeable feed giving you a fast, engaging way to discover content and new creators. Just swipe and watch. Rumble Shorts. The Paycom Center here in Oklahoma City is rumbling thanks to Nebraska shooting from downtown. 11 of 29. Price Sanford has 7 of those threes. Braden Frager just hit his first, leading to the Troy timeout. Nebraska up 25, Casey, 65-40 over Troy.
It's been a joy to watch this Nebraska team rise from out of nowhere. Remember, the expectations on this team were really low in the preseason pick to finish 14th. They start the season 20-0, and folks, it is not a fluke. This team is awesome defensively. Troy hasn't been able to breathe all game.
Chance of go big red echoing through the arena as Troy has it out of the timeout. Kobe Campbell, left-handed dribble against Cale Jacobson. He finds Austin Cross, left wing 3, no. Buchungel pulls down the rebound for Nebraska.
A zone defensive possession for Nebraska out of that timeout, trying to throw Scott Cross off a little bit.
Sam Hoiberg, stutter step, kick it to Frager. Now Price Sanford runs into Gerald Bellamy. Buchungel right wing into Frager. Kick it out. Cale Jacobson, left corner 3. Jacobson hitting a 3 in the NCAA tournament. Where have I heard that before?
Yeah, that was beautiful. Excellent pass from Braden Frager, who could have tried to force up a 2, instead found his teammate in the corner.
68-40 Nebraska. The lead continues to swell. It's a 14-3 run. Bellamy tries a 3 up top for Troy. That's no good. Bellamy hasn't scored today. And the rebound for Nebraska. Jacobson on the push, right to left, bumped by Valdez, no whistle. Now Hoiberg on the left wing, right-handed dribble. He flips it to Buchungel. Buchungel out front against Bellamy. Handed off to Braden Frager, turning the corner. Frager, the lefty, missed the layup. Buchungel cleans it up on the right side.
And now Reek Mast is on the bench, and so they're running their offense through Berke Buchungel, who gets another second chance point for the Cornhuskers. Dominant.
19 of them in the game. Keel drives the right baseline for Troy. He hits the floor. Foul is called. Jacobson and Buchungel converging for Nebraska. And the foul is called against Jacobson. There's a timeout on the court, sponsored by Redfin. Own the dream. 70-40. The 4-seed Nebraska running away from the 13-seed Troy. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people, pets, and bees when used as directed. Spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Spruce, pet friendly, weed deadly. Find wherever weed killers are sold.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
For over 100 years, the NCAA has supported student athletes competing and going to college. And now, the NCAA and its schools provide healthcare coverage, mental health services, scholarship guarantees, and more. As scholarships have grown, the NCAA is a launching point, a leg up, and a spot to land. See all the ways the NCAA puts student athletes first at ncaa.org.
There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, no. We help people customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married. Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks out of your league anyways.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Fans, you can listen to the NCAA men's tournament on Alexa. Just ask your device to open Westwood One Sports, and you'll be able to select our March Madness Mix channel, which will take you to the best action at any given moment. That's open Westwood One Sports to listen on Alexa. 6:36 to play here in Oklahoma City. 70-40. Nebraska leads Troy. How about rink mast? If this game was more competitive, Casey, he might rack up a triple-double. 11 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. He had one triple-double this season against Florida International, where he had 18 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists. But, yeah, absolutely. He's not on the floor right now. Buchtengel's kind of anchoring the middle, but he's been really impressive. A senior. He's had an up-and-down year, but Fred Hoiberg knows they can't win anything without him playing well.
Valdez inbounds right baseline for Troy. Dowd, middle of the lane, and Buchtenschel rips it from his grasp. Sam Hoiberg bounds right to left for Nebraska. Son of head coach Fred Hoiberg. Center of the floor against Kobe Campbell. He sends it to Bryce Sanford on the right. Sanford attacks, slashing in, goes behind the back. 2-point from outside the lane, no good. The jumper is corralled by Thomas Dowd. Troy shooting 28% as a team and 21% the second half. Valdez drive and kick. Austin Cross three-pointer offline to the left. Out of bounds to the Troy bench. And last touch by Nebraska.
It's definitely a combination of Troy just off. They have gotten some open looks from three and just haven't been able to hit them. But it's also Nebraska's defense is just out. They're 7th best in defensive efficiency in America, according to KenPom.
The last Troy field goal came at the 10:28 mark, about 4.5 minutes ago. Cross sends it to Cooper Campbell on the right against Buchtenschel. Fake the step back to his older brother Kobe. 3 on the timer, leaning in off the window. Didn't touch the rim, but he drew a foul with 0.8 of a second left on the shot clock.
Yeah, gritty play there from Kobe Campbell. But we haven't talked a lot about Sam Hoiberg, who is all Big Ten defensive team, led the Big Ten in steals. He's had such, his fingerprints have been all over this season. One of the most improved players in the country, if you ask me.
Kobe, the lefty, hits the first free throw. Later on, we'll select the smart coaching move of the day, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. And remember, Sam walked on at Nebraska when he had offers elsewhere. He wanted to be with his dad, and it shocked Fred.
It shouldn't have shocked him. I mean, Fred's one of the best dudes that I know of. I know he's a great dad, too. He'd be fun to play for. I'd like to play for Fred.
Sam's got it. Crossover dribble. He finds Frager. Three-pointer right wing, no. And Thomas Dowd grips the rebound for Troy. Dowd left to right. First team all Sun Belt. So quiet today, just 4 points. Kobe Campbell, right wing 3. That's pure. 70-42, 5:13 remaining. Beg your pardon, 70-45 now. 5 minutes to play.
I just haven't seen enough of that. Kobe and Cooper Campbell combined to make over 100 threes this season.
Sanford, quick trigger, left wing 3. That's off to the right. Rebound Valdez. Valdez churning left to right for Troy. Oh, shuffled his feet. No whistle for the travel. Kobe Campbell takes Cale Jacobson off the bounce, gives it up to Cooper. Pass off the hands of Cross into the backcourt. Dowd recovers it. It's a turnover, over and back violation. The 13th turnover, Casey. All tournament long, Westwood One and the Varsity Network bring you all the action all the way to Indianapolis. For your team's call, stream it exclusively on the free Varsity Network app. Download today. So Nebraska ball with 4:30 to play. Winner, and it certainly looks like Nebraska right now, will play either Vanderbilt or McNeese. That's our next game here in Oklahoma City. Sam Hoiberg tries a three left wing. That is long and right. Thomas Dowd has the rebound for Troy. Send it ahead to Cooper Campbell. Finds a trailing Valdez. A deep three near the logo. Way off to the left. And the rebound for Cale Jacobson in Nebraska.
And that ball missed by like 2 feet to the left. My goodness.
It hit the March Madness logo at the bottom left corner of the backboard. Left corner three is no good from Braden Frager and Nebraska. And here comes Dowd left to right for Troy. Dowd 1 of 10 from the floor. Foul line jumper, that is short. And Buchtungel has the rebound for the Huskers.
Yeah, if you're Fred Hoiberg, I wouldn't bring Rink Mast in at all. So he's going to rest the final 9 to 10 minutes of this second half.
And a guy who missed all of last year because of knee surgery and will turn 25 in July. Much needed rest for Mast at this point. 3:23 left, under 10 to shoot. Sam Hoiberg drive and kick to Cale Jacobson. Swing it around. Buchtungel, top of the arc. He rattles in a three. It's the 13th three of the game for Nebraska, and it's 73-45.
Buchtungel's got 9 points. He has not had a double-figure scoring game since December 30th.
Kobe Campbell flips it in with the left hand for Troy, and Scott Cross calls a timeout with 2:56 remaining. We'll step aside. Nebraska 73, Troy 47. The Huskers can sniff that first ever NCAA tournament victory. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm tired of watching hard-working Americans play soft defense against unexpected car repairs. A broken transmission won't pay for itself. That's why I ride with CarShield. Great savings and great defense go hand in hand. They protect up to 5,000 parts like your engine and AC. Can you afford a repair bill in the thousands? Then don't tell me you can't afford CarShield with month-to-month options. There's a plan for every budget. So go to carshield.com for your free quote. carshield.com.
It's tax time, y'all. If you want to file free, this next one's for you.
Now taxes is so free. Typical tax-free edition only. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple form 1040 returns only. Now this is tax.
Love that jam. Up next, commercials.
Intuit TurboTax Free Edition. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, student loan interest, and Schedule 1A.
Hey, Adam Devine here. Looking for a way to make a big change for all kids in your community? Just look for the balloon. When you see the Children's Miracle Network balloon at your local store, restaurant, or gas station, your donation provides crucial funds for local children's hospitals. Hospitals that provide life-changing care for all kids. Children's Miracle Network. Hospitals, partners, programs, and donors like you. Learn more at cmn.org.
You can stream every Westwood One basketball game for free, sponsored by LinkedIn Ads. Stop wasting ad budget on the wrong audience. LinkedIn Ads puts your message in front of the right decision makers. Spend $250, get $250. Go to linkedin.com/college basketball. Terms apply. For a live stream, go to westwood1sports.com or download the Westwood One Sports app today. Nebraska entered the tournament 6-6 in their last 12 after starting 20-0 and rising to 5th in the country. 2 lopsided losses to UCLA and Purdue, in fact, over the last 2 weeks. And yet they're up 73-47 over Troy with 3 minutes to go.
Nebraska offensively only scored 58 points against Purdue and 52 the week before against UCLA. Their offense was just in the tank, and it's woken up today.
13 threes. They're shooting 45% overall and 52% in the second half as the Huskers have pulled away. Cale Jacobson swings it right to Price Sandfort, hooks it back to Jacobson. Now Sandfort right wing, 10 to shoot. Across the floor to Hoiberg. He hooks it to Frager. Left corner three. Another for Nebraska. Team 3, 76-47. Cooper Campbell in the forecourt for Troy. Starts to his left, give it up to Austin Cross. Met in the paint by Hoiberg, lost it near the baseline, and a turnover by Troy. Nebraska ball.
You cannot mess around with the basketball if you're in the vicinity of Sam Hoiberg. Hey, if you start to pick up the ball casually and look around, that ball's gone. As Price Sanford is now finally getting subbed out, that's when you hear the roar of the crowd, the appreciation for their sharpshooter.
23 points, 7 of 12 from 3, and with his brother Peyton in the building a night after Peyton made his NBA debut and scored his first points with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
That's amazing. Not in this building.
Not here. It was in Brooklyn.
Yep.
Yes. But taking that flight from Brooklyn here to OKC and getting to see his brother shoot the lights out today. 2 minutes to go. Go Big Red chants again ringing through Paycom Center. Sam Hoiberg is still in the game. He hands it off to Kendall Blues, checked in for the first time. 10 to shoot for Nebraska. Braden Frager blasting to the rim. Lost it there. Picked up by Hoiberg, and the whistle blows with 5 on the timer. A foul called against Troy. And now another ovation as it looks like Sam Hoiberg will check out. Again, Nebraska inching towards that first ever win in the NCAA tournament. Ted Emmerich, Casey Jacobson here at our Granger courtside seats in Oklahoma City. When you need products in a pinch, Granger offers same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. Click Granger.com or stop by for industrial-grade supplies for your business. 1:47 to go, 76-47 Nebraska.
And not a single Cornhusker fan is seated right now. And they haven't sat down in the last 5 minutes or so.
There's one fan across the way holding a sign that says Husker History. That is about to go down here in Oklahoma City. Cale Jacobson inbounds right baseline for Leo Curtis, the freshman from Reykjavik, Iceland, on the floor for the Huskers. Blue right to left, slashing in, layup too strong, and the rebound for Troy and Emmanuel Clarton, freshman from Livingston, Alabama. Clarton sends it to the left corner, 3-ball around and out from Kobe Campbell. Offensive rebound, Evan Griffin, and a foul called against Nebraska with 1:28 to go. It's against Curtis. .128 left, 76-47. Sam Hoiberg is going up and down the first row of seats behind the Nebraska bench.
Yeah, he's
slapping
up,
hands,
giving bro hugs to everybody that'll embrace him.
And we welcome those of you just joining us across our network. 1:28 remaining here in Oklahoma City. The 4-seed Nebraska leads the 13-seed Troy 76-47. Troy turns it over. Clarton inbounds pass deflected by Curtis, taken away by Cale Jacobson. No relation to Casey Jacobson sitting right next to me. Nebraska 1:15 away from that first ever tournament win. Curtis has it, high post right. Back to the basket. Picks up the dribble, 10 to shoot. Now Cale Jacobson on the right wing. Jacobson, left-handed dribble. Finds Blue, left wing 3 on the way. Offline to the right. And the rebound for Corbin Green, the Texas Tech transfer. Ahead, left to right. Javen Colbert has it stripped. Nebraska has it with 48 seconds. Kendall Blue in the forecourt. Husker fans on their feet as they have been for most of this second half, anticipating the moment to come. Curtis tries a 3 left wing. That's offline. Offensive rebound for Nebraska, though. Justin Bolus tries from the left wing. That's no good. Out of bounds to Troy with 29 seconds to go.
Yeah. The entire starting 5 for Nebraska is just hoping that the second unit, right now we're basically into the 3rd unit.
Right.
These are important moments for these young men, but a more important moment for the program of Nebraska.
With 20 seconds left, Colbert, the Texas native, has it up top left. Down low to Corbin Green. Go Big Red chants echoing through the arena. A pass into the back court. Clarton retrieves it. It's another turnover by Troy. That has certainly been a story today. 17 turnovers in the game as We have 9.4 to go. Jared Garcia sends it into Cale Jacobson, who can dribble it out. 5 seconds, down to 4, 3, 2. He pumps his fist, down to 1, and that is it. It is no longer March Sadness for Nebraska. In their 130th season of basketball and the 87th NCAA tournament, finally, the Nebraska Cornhuskers have won a game in the NCAA tournament. 76-47, Nebraska, the 4 seed in the South region, leaves no doubt against the 13 seed Troy. Nebraska was the only power conference program that had not won a game in the NCAA tournament, and now, Casey, they have one.
And they earned it, man. This team, they set a school record for total wins, which is now 27 and counting. They set a record for Big Ten conference wins, 15, and road wins. This team has been tough. It's not just a home team. They travel and they win games. Pretty incredible. I love what right now Fred Hoiberg's getting interviewed by the television and the entire team. Look at their faces. They're so happy. They play for Fred Hoiberg, man.
The entire Nebraska team has surrounded their head coach as Andy Katz conducts the interview on TV. The drought is over. Nebraska is a winner in the dance for the first time ever. 76-47. Casey, we select the player of the game, sponsored by Lowe's. Find what you need to get projects done from brands you trust at prices you'll love. Lowe's, we help you save. All right, Casey, who's your Lowe's player of the game?
Well, if you make 7 threes in an NCAA tournament game when the other team is desperately trying to stop you from shooting threes, Price Sanford, the price is definitely right today. He was incredible. He missed his first 3 of the game, but then he was locked in, lights out. He is one of the best three-point shooters in college basketball. He has one of the quickest releases, so even if you're there, he'll still shoot it over your head. 7 for 12 from the three-point arc was Sanford today in front of his NBA-playing brother. Man, what a cool moment for him and for the Sanford family.
And speaking of Price Sanford, he joins us now. Price, congratulations on the win. Ted Emmerich, Casey Jacobson here with you. All right, finally, that drought is over. You've heard about it enough. The first NCAA tournament win for this program. Does the reality match what you pictured?
Yeah, I mean, this crowd was absolutely incredible. I'm so just blessed to be a part of this organization and this fan base. They're just the best fan base in the country, and it's an unbelievable feeling, but we didn't come here for one win.
I love that, Price. This is your first year with Nebraska. You started at Iowa with your brother, by the way, Peyton, who's in the crowd. How important and how big is this moment, not just for yourself in Nebraska, but also to do it in front of your big brother?
I mean, it's funny thing is he lied to me. He surprised me and showed up here. He told me he wasn't going to be able to make it.
That's awesome.
So I literally had no idea. I see him in the crowd right before the game, and I knew I was going to have to hit some threes for him in his home arena. So, yeah, but it's amazing that my family could be here. They haven't missed a game all year, home or away. So, I mean, I'm just so blessed.
Price, congratulations on the win. We'll see you in the second round on Saturday.
Thank you, guys.
Good
Appreciate
luck.
it. See you there.
Price Sanford lit it up here today. 23 points. He was 7 of 12 from long range. And he helps Nebraska to a 76-47 win over Troy in the first round of the NCAA tournament. For the first time ever, Nebraska is moving on in March Madness. Final score, Nebraska 76, Troy 47. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya, guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
When you're chasing a championship, every step matters. Getting to the top takes focus, discipline, commitment. What you put first defines you. At Werner, they put safety above all. From ladders and climbing equipment to proven fall protection, everything they build meets a higher standard. No shortcuts, no compromises. Because what you stand on should match what you stand for. Werner, the official ladder of NCAA March Madness.
Hey, Doc,